we go, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. High through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Sorry, I was trying to do a bit of internet banking while the intro was on, but there you go. I've been caught short again. How are we all, guys? How are we this evening? Are we all happy? Yes, we are. Because we're back. Me and Rain are back. That'll make anyone happy. Jerome is to join us. So hopefully he'll be here in a few minutes. Jerome, big up, boss. We're live. Get on here, boy. I meant person. Never mind. Just forget. I said, can we start the show again? Yeah, I will do. Rain, how are you, bud? Welcome to HFC to a die. How are you?
Very good, mate. Thank you very much. Very good.
Yeah, I was actually doing some. I actually was just doing some internet banking, and I thought I had enough time to sort it out because I had to validate my internet banking for it to work on my phone. Thought I had enough time to sort that out and then be ready for the show. It never happens, does it? Look, we are going to start with a little bit of breaking news. Actually, we're going to start with. No breaking news. We are. Don't worry. It's Tottenham haven't bought a player, so don't worry. Tottenham haven't, bust the gut and bought a player to replace, Kudos. But it is a statement from Change for Tottenham, who I thought had gone away into the distance, gone away, done their job, got rid of Levy, and I've been complaining. Haven't I, to be fair, Rain, about them coming back and protesting against this board. Now, they have. Do you want to read it out, Bud, or do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, quite happy to read it out. I need to.
Go on, you go and read it out. Go on.
Have you got it?
Sorry. Yeah, I got it here. That's right. I do it because I got it here. This is a January statement. This is the final window for the club. After finishing just above the bottom three in the league last year, it was clear that the squad needed serious investment. The Lewis family trust Vinay, Johan, and Fabio have told supporters that they were ready to be ambitious and prioritize trophies after Daniel Levy stood down. During the past, we have too often failed to capitalize on the summer or January transfer window, so change in strategy was welcomed by the fan base. We desperately need new additions for the first team, further squad depth, which is more than possible if the club are serious about backing the team and proper investment this month. With Kudos potentially out for a long period, we are now increasingly short across our attack and front line after selling Johnson. The club has to be bold this window. Yeah, good luck with that. And we're yet to see that. Fans also desperately need to hear more from the long-term footballing strategy and some clarity on the director of football role, with Paratici widely reported to be leaving. We will be planning action if the club fails to deliver again. This can't be another failed transfer window. There is to do. Our club, our voice. Well, I'm sorry. While I appreciate the sentiment and the letter here and the January statement, where have they been in December? Where were they? They should have been. I've been saying this. There's something that I'm not just saying now. I've been saying it's quite consistently. Where have Change for Tottenham been? Put the pressure on. Keep the pressure on them between now and the start of this window. Rain, what do you reckon of it? I think it's a little bit. The 6th day into the window, and they decided to put the statement out now. Why not put the statement out before the window? Do you think it's a little bit too late?
It's a bit difficult for me because I know them relatively well.
Yeah.
So that I've been on a couple of. Well, I've been on all of the protests. I've been on all of the protests, including including the Burnley. I was one of the 15 before the Burnley game. There was only 15 of us there. After previous protests where there was easily a few thousand of us, and then there was only there was only at the start of the new season, and there's only about 15 of us standing there. And then before Bournemouth, which was the last one, because shortly after that, Levy left, and so that was that. There was no more change for Tottenham protests after that. So and I've chatted with Billy, at least in forums and stuff, and I've chatted with quite a few of the other the higher ups in there. It's hard for me to give a decent comment. It's a threat. I don't think it will even register.
I never said it was a threat. I said, is it a little too late? Should they have come out? But I know you're close.
They're threatening the board. They're saying, do something or we're going to protest.
Yeah.
They are threatening.
Yeah. Okay.
They're threatening protests. Yeah, that's what they're doing. So rather than saying, right, we're going to proactively take action, they're saying, if you don't do the right thing, then we are going to protest.
See,
I'm going to come out and say it. That's not the way that I think.
No.
The way that I think is, you and I had it out in the summer, right? And you along with 99% of other people were like, Rain, why are you going along to protests? The window isn't over yet. We don't know. There was like, I know that I think in a very unique way. Right, I've got my own unique way of thinking. I know that I'm quite often in a minority of one or very, very few. And so many people were saying, the window isn't closed yet, but I was of a different mindset, and that's what this statement sounds like. It sounds like, if you don't do the right thing in this window, then we're going to protest. Well, I went to protest because I wanted to be proactive. I wanted to say to them, I wanted to, in my small, very individual human way, this tiny little person, not so tiny actually, but it's this individual insignificant person, I should say,
in the majority of the whole thing.
Exactly.
When it comes to a big cog, we are a minority, or a minority of what they listen to us like. And I do get what you're saying.
And what I wanted to do was go and say, look, I'm going to protest that I don't want this window to be like previous windows.
No,
that's what and I wanted to say that at the start of the window rather than at the end of the window, because we've had so many that were like that. But I mean, like Bournemouth, the Bournemouth protest, we protested away from the stadium. That was where we met. The organisers didn't actually turn up. I need to tell them that I met Sean there. It wasn't very well attended, and people were just streaming past us. Most people just don't. Most people just most people just want to get on with their lives. That's what they want to do, and they just want to go to the football.
Yeah, I get that. Right. I just want to say something there. I agree. Look, I want to say firstly now, I probably would agree with you what you were saying in the summer. Looking back on it now, and looking back with the debate you and me had, I probably thinking back on it now, I probably would have been better to, maybe Rain's right, but I think I was so passionate about what I was talking about. I think when you step back from things and you look at the bigger picture, maybe you're right. Where I have to point, I went to the Palace game last year, and they put out this big thing about people leaving at halftime. Now, I get to one game a year, if I'm lucky. All right. So I'm going to the Leeds game. I'm hopefully going to the Crystal Palace game as well. From hopefully 2 games I'm going to this year. I'm sorry, I'm not going to walk out half time after spending a load of money getting over there at half time to watch a game. And I have to be fair, I did put a comment on X to change to Tottenham, and they were very good in getting back to me. But we have asked them to come on this channel more than once. I've interacted with them over on X. More, I think last season we asked them 5 times, could they come on? I'm still leaving the invite out there for Billy or anyone. If I would like them to come on and maybe have a conversation about where we're moving forward with change for Tottenham. So the invitation, Billy, is for you there. I don't know. We did ask you quite a lot of times, and every time it was, oh, we get somebody to come on. They were quite happy to go on the bigger channels. Just because I'm a small channel doesn't make me any less important than say the bigger channels are, because we're all Tottenham fans at the end of the day. And that's the other thing. So Billy, if you're watching, or Rain, if you can send out an invite, tell him I would like him on, because I want to talk to him about some of the concerns I have, and maybe some of the concerns some Tottenham fans have with change for Tottenham. And my last point on this is where I think you're right. It is a threat to the board, and I think you're right. The board ain't going to take a Scooby about this. Nobody, it's not going to register on their level. I think what change for Tottenham have to do, and I think, and I don't know if you agree with me, Rain, is I think they have to say, right, we're going to protest. At the next home game, we're going to protest. That will then that will register to the board and make them to do something. All this is good talking to the fans, but they're not going to, the board ain't going to register this. We desperately need players. You, me, know this. And you said it last night. You said it is to cover up how, I think, wasn't it incompetent the board were, or they didn't want to put the work in when it came to changing the manager. I think the board are in such disarray, especially with Paratici, Johan Lang, and all of them. I think they don't know what they're doing. So my question to you is 2 questions here, Ryan. One is, should all this be done in the summer before the transfer window opened, all this restructuring? Get it done, get it sorted before the window opens. And secondly, will you reach out to Billy and invite him on? Because I have tried to get him on a few times.
Yeah,
or somebody for change for Tottenham. I would like to get them on, because we may be a small channel, but we're big. We're as good and we're as important as the bigger channels. And I think sometimes they want to get everyone on board. They have to include everyone.
Yeah, I'll message Billy. I'll just say in the summer, I think in the summer I shocked you. I think that was the thing, because
I think it was.
I was so on my own with what I was saying, and like everybody else was saying what you were saying. You were saying the general consensus, basically. Because it makes sense. It's what, that's why everyone was saying it made perfectly common sense. And then there's me with my normal, weird and wacky idea, and I think I just shocked you. I think that was with my weird and wacky. No, I'm not going to wait to protest. Because I very much see it as complaining. I see a difference between complaining and protesting. Yeah, and I think you complain after, and you've got no impact. Or you can protest before and say, "Look, I want something different." I will just say, in the letter, they do call out that there needs to be better communication with the fans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I think even more than signings, that needs to happen. There needs to be. Do you know what, Dermot? Even if they decide to do it through something like the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust, even if they were to do something like that, so that there were mouthpieces, so that there was a group of respected and trusted people within the fan base who the board could speak to, in a private, informal setting, and that they could trust them, and then that they could curate a message that could then was appropriate to go to the fans, then even that would be better than the radio silence.
Yeah.
That we have.
That's the frustrating part, isn't it? Radio silence. We're getting nothing. We're getting absolutely jack. I mean, I do agree with them with the bottom bit with the Paratici thing. Nobody knows if he's staying or going. Nobody knows because Tottenham ain't. Because I don't think, to be fair, I don't think Tottenham as a company is working. It's nobody's doing their jobs. And I think
we've now got we've got Solomon going to Fiorentina.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get into it, but there's rumours that Fiorentina want Drago Radisson.
Yeah.
A Fiorentina going to be like part of the Tottenham Hotspur group?
Academy.
Are we sending Paratici over there to look after our? And we're gonna. Maybe that's where we're gonna send Mikey Moore next season.
Are you talking about third-party ownership? Are you talking about that? Seriously, third-party ownership?
I'm joking. I'm
serious. Joking. I'm serious. And this is a serious question. Should Tottenham go into a third-party ownership?
100% yes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should. Because you look at Crystal Palace, it worked for them, didn't it? It really did work for them. I know they had the problems with the Leon owner, but if you look at the way it was set up by Steve Parish, ex-owner, but I just this Paratici thing needs sorting out. We've got no direction when it comes to transfers. Our manager is lacking. The fans are in disarray. We really are. We don't know what's happening in our football club. And I do get it. Our club, our voice. Well, I'm sorry. No disrespect to anyone. And I think Change for Tottenham do great jobs. And I do you know what I mean? I'm not saying they're bad. They're not. I think it's great that we can get behind something. I think, firstly, they're well organised. Secondly, they're very friendly and very approachable. Thirdly, they do talk about topics that the fans care about. Are relevant. And fourthly, you can be a Levy out, Levy in, Enoch out, Enoch in. What you want better for your club, they will welcome you. There's none of that barrier. You can't come. So I have to say fair play to them. And I've watched Billy a few times, and I do like listening to Billy. I really do. I think
he's a really good speaker.
Really good, valid point. I think they're going to have to really start ratcheting up the ratchet here. Really start ratcheting it up now. I think they're going to come out the weekend, probably at the Villa game. Probably come up and make a small protest at the Villa game. Maybe do something that will maybe do something at the Villa game that make the board realise, oh, hang on a minute, these guys haven't gone away. That's what I'm saying. Why not do something at the Villa game? But we'll get into that. Sorry,
There's so much here, isn't there? And actually, we're going to be talking about this for weeks.
We are. I want to say big up to Ollie. Ollie has become a YouTube member. Big up to you, Ollie. Ollie at the wheel. Are you taking the Man United job, Ollie? Just ask us. Are you tempted? Ollie going to take the United job? But big up, Ollie. You are a new member. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Where are you? Which country are you in? Ole's Soderland.
I think it's from Denmark.
Sounds Scandinavian, or Nordic.
Let us know from Ollie. Let us know. And also, would you like Højbjerg to come back if you are Danish? Let us know as well. Yes, please. I would love Højbjerg to come back. But first in the traps, it's Ed from Hamburg. Look, he was straight in. I'm going to be first tonight. Big up to you. Number one THFC man for tonight. You get the gold star, sir. You get the gold medal. You're standing on there, the German national anthem playing, and me and Rain giving you your gold medal for being the first one in. Big up to you. He says, hey guys, tomorrow is all or nothing. Greetings and COYS from Hamburg in Germany. Big up to you. Do you know what? I have a dream, right, to take this show on the summer tour, and I'd love to take it to Hamburg. Do you know, a bit like the overlap? That is my dream in the summer, to take this on the road. Could you imagine? We could be a bit more. I think we could spread our wings a little bit if we brought this on tour.
Not sure. I'm not sure I could join you on that. One of my friends,
Yeah.
his job used to be he was a roadie, and he used to take independent bands on European tours. So he would drive the van. He would help them set up, and then he would do the sound and light and manage the sound and light whilst they were on. Pack them up, and and he would just go all around Europe with them. And he had quite a few independent bands, and that was his job. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Big up to Andy. We will. We'll get to. I think he's from Sweden, but we will get from that. He is from Sweden, I think. Yeah, it says mine from Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden.
Oh, Kulu country. Big Swede. Big up to you.
Very nice.
In Sweden. Wow. Germany, Sweden. We're dominating Europe here, Rain. We're dominating Europe. I would say
Ireland,
UK,
UK, all over the place.
We just need to break America now. We just got to break America. Get Eddie Howe in and somewhat totally agree with what we will get back to. I'm going to star that comment. Ollie will get back to it. Big up Simon COYS. He says, Cohen. He says, evening, boys. Evening, Simon. How you doing, boy? Lad, sorry. Big up to Elspur from Las Vegas. It says, good afternoon, all boys. Big up to you, Elspur, all the way from cold Las Vegas. We should do a show from Vegas, from NGM Grand or somewhere like that. We'll never see Rain. Rain will stay there. If we went to Vegas, we'll lose Rain forever. He was sitting there, him and Tequila was sitting there thinking, bring me the money. Big up to Giant 68. He says, big up Derma and Rain. Big up to you, Giant 68. He says also, kudos out for a while. We are screwed. We're going to talk about that as well. Big up the Rain Bonner. Good evening, folks. Hope you're all well. All have changed for Tottenham. Decided they have some attention to feel relevant. Better late than never. That's a little bit sucky, but I like it. I like that. I only need some what's his name?
Paqueta.
Yeah, he's playing for West Ham tonight.
He's playing.
Yeah, but that's all. No, that's all. I haven't had an update today, so we could get an update during the show. Could get one. The board won't give a shit what they do exactly. Big up to Evening all. Any more news, Dermatron? No, I haven't had an update yet, but you never know. I could get an update during the show. Simon says bigger West Ham or 1-0 up. Yeah, I think of West Ham. I think if West Ham lost that, I think Nuno's for the chop. He's a game away from the chop, personally. And how ironic would be if Forest do win tonight, do come back from that, they're the club to get him the sack. That would be really ironic. If the board give a shit, they would have accepted one of the offers they received. Exactly. We're going to talk about that as well. Big up Paquetá plays he does. Yeah. Ollie, big up to you. Big up Simon. Yes, he does. I think Tottenham aren't going to put another bid in for him. So it's a wait and see. We've got Come On You Spurs 8 and 82. Big up to it. It says Thomas Frank is a mid-table manager. But if we went all out, I went for Lookman Anderson from Atlanta for 80 million, then go and get Tony for 45, Aki for 25, Henderson 25 for 30, with players coming back. He does make a good point here, Rain. Look, Lookman and then Henderson
from Brentford.
I wouldn't say no to Henderson from Brentford, actually. Thomas Frank wants experienced players. That's why the link to Højbjerg is, because they're looking to bring back Højbjerg, which I'd be delighted over. I think getting rid of Højbjerg was a massive mistake last season, but that's me personally. Tony might not come back because of the tax issue, but they might compromise and say, look, we'll sort something out. Lookman and Edison from Atlanta, I would take both of them in a heartbeat. I really would. What about you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lookman's been on fire in the AFCON. He's been absolutely rocking in the AFCON, and I think he's cracking. I think he's a cracking player. He is fiery, but again, and I know that I've seen a lot of people say, he's always falling out with people. I think we need a bit of fire.
We do.
I might come to regret it, but we need a bit of drive. There's a
Yeah,
bit too much. There's a bit too much casual at the moment.
yeah,
We need to somebody go for it. I think
yeah.
hasn't
We do.
Henderson only just gone to Brentford? Didn't he only just? I'm sure
Either
he's
that
only
or
just gone to
Henderson, the
Brentford
goalkeeper.
this season.
Is he talking
Oh,
about
the
the goalkeeper?
goalkeeper.
Yeah,
That okay. Yeah.
yeah,
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 okay, that's a different story. And yes, I would love him.
yeah. I would.
Um, yeah,
I tell you who I would have loved would have been Kelleher. We'd have got him. I think Kelleher. Look, I've watched him a lot for England, so I know what he's like, and I think we should have gone for him as a backup to Vicario. I think he was a capable backup, but he wouldn't want to. He wouldn't want to. He wouldn't want to play second fiddle again. He wanted to come in and um,
as a number one. Yeah.
as number one. So I get it. I do get it. But for me, I like that. I do like that. I have to say, we need something. We need something to spur us into something. But big up. We will get back to that as well. So big up to you. Come on, you Spurs. Do hit the like button as well. If you are new, so
Some
hit
yeah, come on, you Spurs. Can you just confirm for us by Henderson you mean the goalkeeper?
yeah,
I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure
I
you
think he
do.
does.
Do you know what? Sometimes, Dermot, it's just about refreshing.
It is.
Refreshing a player, even if
Mm,
a player is doing all right, just refreshing, getting somebody else in who's got a bit more sort of drive, around the core group because he can become stale.
yeah, he can.
So
If you're
yeah,
new, hit that like button, hit that notification button.
yeah, he said the
From
goalie, yeah,
Sweden,
100%.
Hulu. We've got another membership. Ryan's renewed his membership as well. Big up to you, Ryan. Big up to you. Absolute legend of the channel. He is. This fella is a legend. He's unique and he's a legend. I did see your performance on Jess's New Year's Eve show. It was the funniest thing I have watched in my life. I nearly fell off the chair laughing, Ryan. You were so funny. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of it was near the knuckle. Ryan is Ryan, and that's all you can say. If you were upset, having a bad day, and Ryan came on the stream, this person would cheer you up within 3 minutes. Hasn't he? He's got that sort of.
I think
He
Ryan's
doesn't.
fantastic. Rhino, I love
Yeah,
Rhino.
yeah, I do. I've got
He's
great time for
a
him.
top bloke. However, I'm sorry, mate, but I'm in the same boat as Elspur.
Yeah,
Two
yeah, I
comments
know.
above.
I will get that. Big up to
Yeah,
Ed Park. Your dream will be true, Dermot. Trust me, you never know. Can you imagine me and Tequila and Rain and James on tour? God, that would be something. We'd be bigger than the overlap. Anthony Lynch from West Cork. Big up to you, Anthony. He said, hi lads, good evening, good evening. From freezing West Cork. Yeah, it ain't it's cold in Wexford. It's what Gore in Rex.
it snowed here. It snowed here
It's
today.
it snowed in Cork as well. I know you've had snow. We're just cold. We're just cold. I mean, that's why I had a cup of soup before I started the show. I was freezing. I'll big up Stephen. He says, come on, you Spurs from SoCal?
Southern California.
Southern California. Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
Southern California.
my mind boggles that people from Southern Cal I'm so
I think
I
I
can't
think
get
that's
my
what it
head
means.
round that people watch us around the world. It is so I just can't believe it. Like I can't get my head around it sometimes. Big up to you, Stephen from warm Southern California. Should be doing the show from there on the beach. Predictions for tomorrow night. Watch the pre-match show, but we will give you our score predictions at the end. But do watch our predicted lineup tomorrow, coming out at 1 o'clock. Me and Rain we're pre-recording it tonight. Be out tomorrow at 1. So do watch for that. Big up to Rhino, big up Dermo and Rain. Any news on Paqueta, or have we sold anyone else, or we're near selling? I think what's his name? The players come back from Aberdeen. Donnelly. Donnelly's come back from Aberdeen. I think the young South Korean lad's gone out on loan to Coventry, but nothing on Paqueta. He is playing for West Ham tonight. But I think that, as I said last night, the teams are still in advanced talks. You know how long transfer take, especially when Tottenham are doing them. Big up to Elspur. I'm so disappointed in Thomas Frank. He promised he was going to do this and do that and has not done anything. Elspur, I agree with you 100%. We've got Henderson, the goalie. I wouldn't say no to that, to be fair. And then Ryan's been a member for 5 months. Big up to you, Ryan. Thank you so much for your loyalty and your dedication to the channel. That's me. I was absolutely drunk, Dermo. It was funny. It was New Year's Eve. I grant you that, but it was very funny. And big up to Giant68 says, hit the like, press the subscribe, and get a membership. Well, thank you so much. You're in every stream. He never misses a stream. Giant68. So thank you so much, bud, for coming in.
Always got great comments as well. Always,
He
you
does.
know,
He really
there's,
does.
there's always a good diverse. There's always a good diverse set of comments in our chat, and
There is.
It really helps. It helps us as much as anything. Elsewhere, I think we are absolutely in the same place. You know, and I'm sorry, Ryan, because elsewhere Ryan is a dyed in the wool. He's nailed his colours to the mast and said we need to give Frank the whole year, and I'm finding it harder and harder to agree with that. And I'm very much the type of person who's just wants to give managers as long as you can, but I'm seeing lots of problems that are directly his responsibility. I was actually in Southern California at the end of last year in San Diego.
No,
for a week or so. It was lovely.
You mean you're in Southern California? You're in there now. You've been lying to me. You said you lived in Britain. Now it's coming out you're in Southern California.
In October, I went in October. I went there with my boy. So
yeah,
if you're near San Diego, yeah, I was there. It was lovely, absolutely fantastic. Loved it.
Yeah, it is absolutely. I've never been to California, so I would love to go. Right, I would ask one favor, guys. We do it. Look, this was the watch time. Sorry, the last 20 days, not subscribed. 59.2% of you who watch this stream are not subscribed, and only 40% of nearly 41% of you are subscribed. So if you are watching, please hit that subscribe button and hit that. Thank you, Mrs. Tron. Subscribe button and notification bell. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. And hit the like button. It helps with your algorithm. It helps getting us out there. We want to grow to 4 or 5K before the end of this year. We're on 2,388. That's not good enough. This channel deserves to be at 4K by the end of 2026. And with your help, we can get there. So do hit it. Please do. Do you know we gained 110 subscribers last month alone? That shows what a good year about.
I think we'll always be a friendly communal channel, no matter how big it is. Though I think that's just the way that it will always be, isn't it?
We're the underdog channel. We're the Irish rebel channel. That's what we are. There's a bit of Irish rebel in. Well, I am Irish and I am a rebel, so you know we've got that little bit of Irish Jack Charlton underdogs. You know, put them under pressure. That's what this channel's like. We're like the Irish team of the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000, where England could never beat us until we got a shit team, a shit manager. And then you beat us. You couldn't beat us under any other manager. I don't know what you were playing at for 33 years. Right, anyway. Wayne says, Rain, I don't agree with you, but thank you for the nice words about me. And if I'm a legend, then so you are. Big up to you, Ryan. Big up to you, bud. Do you want to talk a bit more about change for Tottenham? Because I feel we were getting into something there. What I want to do, if it's okay with you, Rain, is to go through the statement a little bit by bit, and just try to make sense. I think the bit where I do want to talk about is when they do call out the Lewis Family Trust, Vinay, Johan, and Fabio Paratici. Now, I don't remember Paratici or Lang telling supporters they were ready to be ambitious. I think that came from the Lewis Family Trust. That came from. Look, we are in the middle of a window. We do have Bournemouth tomorrow, and we could us out now for possibly 6 weeks. I mean, with the Lewis family with West Ham have just got a second goal, by the way. They just scored a second. So West Ham are 2-0 up against Forest. So Nuno will be keeping his job for another day. Where are they with Thomas Frank? Because if we lose tomorrow and go out in the FA Cup on Saturday, which I think is do or die for our season, then do the Lewis family trust have no regard of keeping him then? Get rid of him. Is that why we're seeing no signings so far?
No.
That was short and sweet.
No, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right at all. We've heard very, very little from the family, from the
We've
Lewis
heard nothing from
family.
them. Bud. We've heard absolutely nothing from them.
I
We've
think
heard
we
more
had-
from Vinay. We've heard from Vinay a few times in the summer. But
Did we not
nothing
have
since
one?
then.
Did we not have one release from them in the summer? I can't remember. I have to go back and check. But yes, it was Vinay.
Yeah.
Obviously, originally alongside Levy.
Yeah.
When Levy threw everybody under the bus, all the board under the bus.
Yeah.
He knew he was on his way out, and he thought, "Sod you! I'm gonna set unbelievable expectations within the fan base, and stuffed a lot of you." That's what he thought. Mind you, he used to do that a lot to us. Do you remember? We've got our Tottenham back. That kind of thing. And Vinay has been, was quite vocal about ambitions and how things were going to be at the club. But we haven't really heard anything since. I know what I think, and I think that the Lewis family wants to sell the football club. That's what I think. But who knows? Because it's not clear in any way, shape, or form. I think our ship, the Tottenham Hotspur ship, is rudderless. I think Frank is completely on his own. So you say, are they not buying players because they're not backing him? I think they're not buying players. I think we haven't got players in yet because it's just sort of no leadership and drive and direction. And I'm very much an organisation. I'm very much of a way of working. If you sort out organisation, agrees with me. The club is for sale. I absolutely think the club is for sale.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I think I'm very much the type of person who thinks if you get the executive, the organisation, if you get the right people doing the right things, then things start working. And there aren't the right people. And the Change for Tottenham statement absolutely calls out. I think that more than getting players in is the most important thing right now. We're rudderless.
You said it yesterday, didn't you? That the club was nobody was running the club. That's why they haven't sacked Thomas Frank yet. And I thought about it. I thought about that last night, and I came off the stream thinking about it. And I thought, do you know what? You're right. I mean, we are so disorganized. And I was on Dave's show tonight talking about the state of the squad, and that squad was put together so poorly. But it was put together on the Paratici, Johan Lang, Vinay as well. You look at the summer window. We didn't really do much in the summer window. We only brought 2 players in. The rest were loans, and I think they were panic loans at that. I think they should have done this in the summer before the transfer window opened. Right, Daniel, thank you very much for your services. At the end of the season, you move on. And then, can I just say, West Ham's goal was ruled out for offside. It shows how football can twist and turn. Forest have now equalised, so the pressure is really on Nuno now. And then start the transfer window afresh. Start it afresh. Why are you looking a bit confused?
My feed is very disconnected to yours.
Well, what score have you got on your screen?
2-0, and they're checking, and you're saying this is going to be offside.
You're well behind me. I'm way ahead of you.
Am I? Okay.
My hamster's working extra hard tonight for the internet. Fair
Clearly.
play to your hamster. I'll give you some more food later. So I think they're doing this at the wrong time. They should have done this in the summer. At the end of the season, there's a good month, isn't there, before the transfer window starts. Leave Paratici and Lang, get them employed. Right, there we go. Sort out the summer. We're going to sort out the business side of Tottenham, and then we'll go. But they did it. They've done it arse about way. I do think the club's up for sale. I do feel also that I think they're in the middle of selling the club. And I do feel the Middle East is sort of ringing in my head. I think it's also linked in with the stadium name as well. I think everything's linked in together. I think if we end this window with not buying any players or buying more than one, I think we need to buy 3 or 4. But if we see no investment for Munich or for players of a high quality, then we know something's
everybody
up.
talks about investment from Munich. We don't need investment from Munich. We just need the club to spend the money that we've got. We've got money. We don't need. That's one of the great things that Levy did. He's made us relatively independent. We've got plenty of cash. We just need to bloody spend it.
Yeah. So when Enix say we've invested another 100, okay, yeah. Sorry, sorry. I just got to go off for 2 minutes, Rain. Sorry, just got to do something.
Okay, yeah.
Continue on what.
I mean, I'm not going to give a running commentary on the West Ham Forest game. So for people, I will just say Dermot's mentioned it. The rumor mill that's out there is that Kudus is now out for 6 weeks. So that's the one story that it looks like it's sort of kicked. It looks like it's changed for Tottenham into gear, because now we're in the position where Tottenham have sold our top scorer from last season, the 3rd season in a row that we've sold our top scorer from the previous season. So we've sold Johnson. I think that was right. I think that was the right thing to do. I think we need it. He wasn't playing. I think all of us can agree that no matter how we played last season, he's a very, very sort of difficult player to fit into our team. Not the best player, not really the best performing player. And so it was. And if the money's on the table, because again, I say it all the time to people. Everybody says, "Oh, sell this player, sell that player." You can't sell a player unless somebody else wants to buy them. It's like selling a house. You can put your house on the market and you can stay on the market for a year. Why? Because nobody wants to buy it. So you can put a player on the market for a year, and unless somebody wants to buy them, they're just going to sit there in your squad, critically taking up a squad place. So there was money available for Johnson, and we took it. But classic Tottenham is, no plan. We sell Sonny, we don't get a left winger. We sell Johnson, we haven't got a replacement ready to come in into the squad place that he's just vacated. And what happens within about, I don't even know how long it was, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, Kudus goes down injured. And we've now technically got no right wingers. It's just it's absolutely bonkers. It's why does it always happen to us? It always happens to us because we don't do the right thing.
We're like that child, aren't we? We're like the middle child. There's the eldest child gets all the attention. The younger child gets mothered by the mother because he's the special one. And Spurs are like the middle child that nobody actually bothers about. Like, hello, I'm here. And Ina can go, we don't want to bother with you. We're going to bother with them and them. So, and you are right about Tottenham spending their own money. I do agree with you, but when you do hear of ENIC investing 100 or ENIC investing 150 million we're supposed to have for this window.
Dermot. It's a red herring.
Yeah, I know it is.
What everybody hears, they're investing into the club. And do you remember ENIC did this a few years ago? They invested 150 million into the club. Do you know what they're actually doing? What they're actually doing
Paying for the buildings.
No. They're diluting the interest of the other shareholders. That's what they're actually doing.
That's a very good point. That's
what they're actually doing. It's all part of the boardroom battle against Daniel Levy and the other shareholders. It's all part of the strategy to get. So we hear they're investing into the club, and we think players. But actually, in a finance world, sorry, I come from corporate finance. In a finance world, what they're actually doing is increasing the amount of equity whilst maintaining the same amount of shares. So therefore diluting the value of the shares.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing.
So basically what you're saying is the war between ENIC and Levy and Tottenham are like caught in the middle. There's such a war between the two. Daniel Levy has nothing to do with Tottenham.
That's the best way to put it. Exactly.
But Daniel, just explain to people, Daniel Levy may have left the role as whatever. He has no say in Tottenham, but he still has shares within ENIC. ENIC own Tottenham. So, and I think he has a few shares. I think, so it is.
He owns, I think he owns like 35% of ENIC.
30%, 30 something.
It's like 34%, or something like that. And Tavistock Group, which is the Levy family, own the rest of ENIC.
Yeah.
And then ENIC has about, 85% or something?
8% of shares.
80% of Tottenham, and then the rest is minor shareholders, mainly fans, who had shares that they didn't sell when ENIC took over from Alan Sugar.
So,
and so, even though Daniel Levy's been ousted, he is still a minority shareholder. He still owns about 30%. So he owns about 20% of Tottenham because he's got 30%.
Does his son have anything to do with Tottenham? I think his son's on the board or something, isn't he? Or he owns some majority of the
his son is the. I think it's a really tenuous link. He doesn't actually it's got nothing directly to do with Tottenham. I think he's the CEO. He's on a board of another company that Tavistock Group owns. So Tavistock Group is like is a company that owns lots of companies. So a bit of a privately run conglomerate. And one of those companies, and they're bigger, I think it's their biggest, is Tottenham Hotspur. That's certainly by capital. Tottenham Hotspur. And I think, I can't remember what the name of Daniel's son is, but he's like the CEO of another company. If I remember right, I might not be remembering this right. I normally do prep, and I haven't prepped for this.
Yeah. So basically, what we're saying is the boardroom that there's a war between Daniel Levy and ENIC. Tottenham are caught in the middle. Yeah. I think that's the. We will do a show in this, by the way. At the end of the window, we will look into this. Big up to Elspur's become a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Elspur. She's now sprinkled a bit of Las Vegas into the membership onto the channel. So big up to you, Elspur. Let us know what it's like in Vegas. I say it's cold over there this time of year. I say it's a bit freezing. And did you go to the Las Vegas Grand Prix? Let me know. Did you? I'd be interested to see. Would you? Big up to Giant. It's called it the Andrex even. We did do a show on the sponsorship names. Some of them were readable, others were really not readable, but it was funny. Big up to Colin. He says, big up to you, Colin, my Welsh cousin. Hope you're doing Celts together. Keep the Celts strong. He says Spurs will never play Johnson to his strength. To sell him was right. Yeah, I think so. I really do. We've got Forest 1-1. It is. I think Nuno's hanging on to his job slightly, Rain. We've got Elspur says Adebayor's mum did the juju on. I think so too. I reckon it was her. I reckon Eric Dyer's mum. I reckon Sanchez's mother did the same.
They all got together. They all got together like in a big coven
Yeah.
round the cauldron.
Christian
did some
Gross was
dancing.
there.
I love that.
I'm not sure. Big up to Christian Gross was there. Who else was there? Loads of other people. Daniel Levy's now joined that club apparently. And then Ryan says, Dermo, why don't you have the same faith for Frank as you had for
Can we
Ange?
not? Can we not? Can we not do this?
No, I'm
Can we
going to
not?
say
Can we
this
not
now.
have that argument?
I'm going to say this now. I saw Ange at Celtic. I'm a big Celtic fan. I knew what I was getting with Ange Postecoglou. Like him or loathe him, he won us a trophy. I know, Ryan, you don't believe we won a trophy. To you, we won the Coca-Cola Cup, as you put it. I think I'm not putting words into your mouth. You never give him a chance. You were anti-Ange from whatever reason. Thomas Frank, I said at the start of the season, I wanted to be proven wrong, Ryan. I'm not Frank out. I'm Frank want to be proven wrong. I am now Frank out because of the crap football we're watching. And you telling me I spent 3 hours of my life watching the Brentford game, which I would never get back. Now, I'm already put an email into him upstairs. Say, can I get that back, them 3 hours back? I'm still waiting for a reply, but hopefully I will get one soon.
I'm going to separate you two. I think you two should. I think you two should just park it and do another show because that was dynamite. That show was great.
We'll do another debate, Rhino. We'll do another debate. We will do. We'll put it there, guys. We are playing Brentford tomorrow, so let's go through the stats and let's get into the Brentford game. We've played Brentford 17 times. We've drawn 3. Total wins for Brentford: 4 at home, 2 at home, 2 away. Spurs 10 total wins, 6 at home, and only 4 away. Tottenham's form. The league positions are for Brentford 15th in the league, 5 wins, 8 draws, 7 defeats, 31 goals scored for Brentford. For Bournemouth, 13th Spurs are in 7th win, 7 wins, 6 draws, 7 defeats, 28 goals scored. Form guide for Bournemouth in the last game hasn't been good reading. A couple of draws and defeats in there. So really not, Bournemouth are not in great run of form at the moment. Neither are we. Only, I think, only one win in our last 5 in the league, which is not good at all. We have played them in the last 5 games. Tottenham have been quite okay against Bournemouth. Yes, they did beat us early in the season. We got a draw then at the stadium last March. They did beat us last year as well, last season. But we did get a 3-1 win there in 2023, and we did beat them. And I think in one of Ange's start games there, we did beat them 2-0 in the 23-24 season. Referee tomorrow is Darren England. The assistant referees are Scott Ledger and somebody Howson. Can't pronounce his first name, sorry.
Akel Howson.
We've got Ferrari Harlem. What a name. Harlem is the 4th official. And the VAR is the number one man you can get is Gerard Gillette. If he does VAR like Gillette make razors, then we should be in for a sharpened performance by him. Bad joke, I know. Sorry. If you're in the UK and Ireland, it's on Sky Sports Golf. If in Australia, it's on Stan Sport Canada, Fubo TV Canada, in New Zealand, Sky Sport Premier League, and Myanmar Channel Myanmar TV. What else we got? We do hear some stats in all 4 of our Premier League. In all 4 of our Premier League wins away from Bournemouth, we have scored at least 2 goals. Bournemouth are winless in the last 11 Premier League games, 5 draws, 6 defeats, which is their longest run without a win within a single top-flight campaign, while only 1 overall have they gone longer between May and October 2023. We have kept 5 clean sheets in 10 Premier League games away games this season, which is more than we achieved in the whole of last season, which was only 4. With a clean sheet from Wednesday's trip to Bournemouth, we will have kept 3 away clean sheets in a row for the first time since April 2022. Team news: Mohamed Kudus is.
Can I just quickly? Yeah. Their away form is absolutely atrocious as well. It's really bad. They've only won 1 game away from home. However, we know where that was. Unfortunately, it was against us.
It is.
So yeah,
it is. Mohamed Kudus, we know, is out for the next 6 weeks. So we know that Destiny and Solanke continue to make progress. were unavailable for the trip to the South Coast, and Xavi Simons is available after completing suspension. Bournemouth, Justin Calver is to undergo knee surgery, therefore joins Tyler Adams, Ben Gannon, Donny Macevic, Ryan Christie, him and Will Dennis on the sidelines. Antonio Simeone seems set to feature despite ongoing speculation over his future, while we could come up against a former goalkeeper, Fraser Foster, who joined the Cherries last week. If you look at the injuries, then we'll all get through to that in the predicted lineup. So, guys, that is all your information, stats, and team news for Bournemouth tomorrow night.
I mean, let's face it, we're gutted that Semenyo has not. Why is Semenyo not a Man City yet? Why? Because you know that he's gonna. If this is his last game, he's gonna score. He's gonna score a couple against us if it's his last game. Why is Semenyo not made the trip? Surely they can't play him tomorrow.
No.
They can't play Semenyo tomorrow.
Look, score prediction for you, Rain. What are you going for, bud?
Oh, I mean, it's so team dependent. I mean, like Semenyo, is Semenyo going to play? Is such an impact, and I'm quite clear that because they switch Brooks and Semenyo right and left, and I'm quite clear when Semenyo plays right, he's like half the player that he is on the left. I think he's absolutely brilliant on the left. And I think on the right, he becomes quite an average player. I think he's a decent Premier League player. On the left, I think he's absolute Rolls Royce. So it's so team dependent. It really could go one way or the other. I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
Do you know what? As much as I think we're in disarray at the moment, I think we've got enough to win tomorrow. I think we're going to win 1-0. I do. I think we're going to get there. We're going to win 1-0 and get our third clean sheet. But, guys, that is it for the pre-match build-up. Yes, we have talked a lot. I mean, the change for Tottenham post came out just as we were about to go live. So it sort of changed the dynamics of what the show would have been. So we do thank you for having. I enjoyed that conversation. It's something we will probably look into at the end of the window. We will get changed for Tottenham on the channel. I know Rain's going to reach out to Billy, so hopefully we can organise that for next week. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Rain, where can people find you, bud?
Here.
There,
here.
Everywhere.
Here 2 or 3 times a week. Other places, in chats.
Yeah.
Quite busy at the moment, but or at the stadium on home games. Oh, G Giant. He's got to play 10. Surely we're desperate for a 10.
Yeah.
He's got to play. You'd have thought, but there will be a lineup show. So watch the lineup show and tell us exactly where our lineups are wrong, mate. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you won't hold back.
Yeah. Rain's already seen the lineup. He's already starting up his attitude towards it. So it should be spicy. That will be out tomorrow at 1:00, guys. So do watch out for that. Look, Rain, we're going to bounce out here. We've got to go and do the predicted lineup video now. So we are going to do that now. But that will be out tomorrow. But guys, thank you for watching. We're only one away from 390. Let's get to 90 before the end of the stream ends. Let's do that. But thank you all for watching. Do hit the like. Do hit the subscribe. Thank you again, Rain. Thank you, everyone. But I want to say big up to these people. Big up to Ollie for becoming a new member. Big up to Ryan as well, becoming a new member. Big up to Elspeth becoming a new member. And big up to Giant68, member for 6 months. And Rain, also a member for 5 months. Thank you all very much. We appreciate your dedication to the channel. And on that bombshell, we shall leave it there. Will Tottenham win tomorrow? Well, it looks like West Ham and Forest are going to draw. Thomas Frank, is he on the working edge? Will Rain push him over that edge? Let's find out tomorrow. Come on, you Spurs. 7:15 for the watch along. The best watch along on YouTube. Join me as we go and beat Bournemouth in the South Coast. Come on, you Spurs.
Eyes on the